Hey everyone, Jeff here from Mobile Motivation, motivation for the road of life and work. Today's topic is conflict resolution. I was in an organization yesterday and two people had conflict, but they actually really did a great job with working through it. And that's because we have been able to build trust over time. It's not my first time with them. I've been working with them for several years actually, once a month. By and large, I go in once a month to meet with this team, and we already do have a safe space, and we talk about a lot of good stuff. But this particular time, we talked about an interpersonal issue, and one guy was fed up. And instead of saying, "Hey, you jerk," or "You bleepity bleep bleep," he used his words, and that's what we work on in conflict resolution, is to own your feelings, right? And to speak up in terms of I statements. So he said something like, John, I feel really frustrated that it seems that you're targeting me every day with nasty comments. You seem to pick on me more than other people, and I'm really fed up with it. And so much that it's destroying my morale. And it feels very toxic, and other people around, I think, also see this, and it's just not good for the team. And I was able to just stop the train right there, and one, applauded him for his realness, his authenticity, and two, upheld that, listen, we have a trusting space and we're all learning here. So even if you're not experiencing this conflict, you know what conflict feels like in other relationships. And so then I turned to John and I said, John, what are you hearing, Jimmy say? And are you open to feedback, right? Because that's another thing. You need to feel safe enough to be able to take the feedback, because this guy was saying something to this other guy. And so I'm like, do you feel safe enough? Do you feel vulnerable enough to go there? And he said, yes. And I said, well, is it true that sometimes you pick on this guy a little bit more than other people? And he said, yes. And I said, okay, well, good for you for acknowledging and taking that in and admitting it to the rest of the group, the rest of the team. And we just keep going down the line, right? And with the line of questioning, I say, okay, well, give me a case study. What happens in reality when I'm gone, right? So tell me. Well, he comes over and starts talking about this, and then I get amped up and blah blah blah, and it crescendos into this big blowout. And it's okay, well, that's not the result you're really trying to create. I said, do you guys care about each other, honestly? And they said, yeah, we do appreciate things about each other. And I had them speak that up, right? Speak that in the space to the team. I said, okay, you guys care about each other. Maybe you're not best friends, nor do we have to be best friends with the coworkers we work with. Be nice, but we don't have to be. But we have to have professional behaviors, and we got to get along well enough to produce the results we're trying to produce. And so I said, what's one thing you can take out of this conversation that you're going to commit to, honestly? And John said, I'm going to be more mindful of my trash talking to Jimmy. And Jimmy said, I'm going to try not to amp up if John does do something like that. I'm just going to either walk away or just take deep breaths and not play into that. And so I said, great. So there's collective learning, right? And so now you have a plan going forward to move through the conflict and even avoid it from the beginning. And we all get to learn. So that, in a nutshell, it's my process, right? It's helping people identify their true feelings, speak it out in a non-judgmental way, even if it feels a little messy and heated, and have people listen, take it on, and entertain the truth in that feedback. So that's what I get to do as a coach. Not every day, but sometimes it comes up. As we know, there's all sorts of issues, structural issues, machine issues, org chart issues, but there's also interpersonal issues. And so take that to the bank. If you find yourself as a manager mediating people, see if you can, over time, just continually say that it is a safe space for people to bring stuff up. And if they hadn't been able to work it out, I might get them one-on-one, actually, or as just those two with me, and take it to that next level without the fishbowl, right? So that's it for today. Hope you're well out there, and take care.